It's that time. You guys know it. Episode 18 of ReZero. Let's freaking go. Uh, last episode, we almost killed him, but we didn't really kill that masked man. Um, there was a lot of weird stuff that happened last episode that I still don't understand, but I don't really know what's gonna happen now. There's not much I can really think we could do. Besides, try to... I don't know. Let's just get right into this game. What did I just do? Alright, let's get right into this game. Can't become a shellfish. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know if we're gonna go for a swim. Or that's supposed to be a pun. We are returning... Oh, hey. Day 4 of Loop 4. Grown.
Is this the right place? What a shabby bedroom.
Who's trying to wake me up?
Is this really the one? He does not at all seem to be the intelligent person Al spoke of.
I'm sleeping, Priscilla.
Really?
But as I am so magnanimous, I shall allow it.
Nice.
However, hurry and wake up. Who do you think you slumber before?
Hold on, I'm gonna fix something. Alright, do that. That.
How does this sound? How does this sound?
And then do that. And apply settings. And, yeah. There we go. An intense impact suddenly forces me out of my dreams. I'm also pushed off my bed and back smacking against the hard floor.
What just happened?
Priscilla probably knocked you off your bed. I'm snapped out of consciousness, and from the sudden assault, an alarm sets off in my head, thinking Wolf has made his next attack. I'm pretty sure Wolf does not sound like a girl. But...
What on earth?
Where do you think you are looking?
Huh?
How dare you present such an uncouth face, commoner? I will not stand for such impertinence in my presence.
the woman in red arrogantly crosses her arms. My sense of reality disorients me. A woman who shouldn't be here in the bedroom having appeared out of nowhere. I'd understand if someone said this were a dream, but this isn't someone I'd like to meet in one.
Actually, if I think of it as a chance to rehearse dangerous conversations, then maybe it wouldn't be so bad to meet her in my dreams.
I am impressed you can daydream even in my presence. Of course, it is execrable to try and cause me to be impressed by anyone. There is no other option but to behead fools like you myself.
Sorry! I'm sorry! Just tell me what's going on!
I see that this reality is unrealistic, so I seek an explanation before I get decapitated. Priscilla, who had an air of danger about her until now, narrows her eyes.
My jester informed me of yesterday's events. A meritorious deed deserves a reward. Therefore, I have come to commend you personally.
What is your reward you plan to give us, Priscilla? So she says.
Yeah, sorry about that, bro. I didn't get a chance to stop her, you know? She was like a flash of lightning, too fast for the naked eye to see.
Are you saying that is Barry Allen, the fastest man? Yes, Barely Island. I am the slowest man alive. Al, who is sitting across from me, slaps his knee as he cackles himself.
You definitely don't seem sorry about that. I doubt you even tried to stop her.
Oh, seeing right through me, huh? Of course I didn't stop her. I wouldn't want to put the princess in a bad mood and off me just like that.
Al explains his stance without a hint of ill will. I don't even have it in me to get mad at such a nonchalant demeanor.
Still, though.
Huh? Why are you staring at me like that? You are being incredibly rude.
How is that being rude? He's looking more straight at us.
No, I was just thinking about how strange today has been. I never thought you, of all people, would visit me at this inn.
I locked eyes with Priscilla. As I say this, it feels like it's all a dream. It's no exaggeration to say Priscilla is arrogant, inconsiderate, yes, yet she still took the time to visit me. And
I already told you while we were in that seedy bedroom of yours. An exemplary deed must be rewarded.
what is your reward? Are you gonna cut off my dick? Ouch. Why did I say that?
This also pertains to the meeting regarding the Royal Selection's postponement. It is a matter that relates to you, is it not?
Yeah, I really appreciate this.
So you're not gonna cut off my dick. Good. That's right. We're riding with Priscilla's group on their dragon carriage to attend the meeting to the castle. That actually happened. She took him to the castle, but they didn't have Rim with him. Rim let him go, and he went with Priscilla to go in, and Amelia was there, and he started all that crap. Surprisingly, Priscilla went out of her way to pick Rim and me up. I really am grateful. Since Amelia isn't here with us this time, they wouldn't have any reason to invite us to the castle otherwise. Though, we're still involved in the selection process, so there shouldn't be any reason to refuse our attendance.
I guess if we should know about the meeting in the first place, there'd be no way to negotiate our way inside the castle.
Of course, I might have been able to head to the castle if I somehow convinced them of my foreign ignorance, just like I did when I warned about Wolf. But that would be leaving a lot to chance once we get to the castle. So, I'd been wondering what I should do.
Be grateful.
Priscilla speaks up, as if she'd be reading my mind. She places one hand more adequately sized on her more than adequately sized bust, bending her lips into a gracious smile.
If you so wish, I shall permit you to worship and revere my presence.
No, he will only worship Mealy.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm thankful to you, but this is supposed to be a reward, right? Thanks to you, we'll be able to join this meeting and bring some important info back to Amelia. We really appreciate that.
Yes, we are deeply pleased that you have bestowed us this favor, Miss Priscilla. Do not thank me. I do as I wish. This is simply a result of that. The world exists for my sake, after all.
Not really. The world exists for everyone's sake. Everyone's unique, everyone's different. If everyone was the same, the world would be boring. If everyone was the same and there'd be that one different person like you, Priscilla, maybe it would actually exist for your sake. But everyone's different, and everyone lives their life the way they choose to. Besides with these laws in this world that, like, oh, hey, you're Subaru, you're freaking gonna die constantly. I don't know. I don't really know too much about the laws of that world. But there's, like, demons that are good people, like Rim. Priscilla's remark in the epitome of arrogance, but it's definitely fitting coming from her. It's our trivial conversation warns our dragon carriage arrives at the royal castle. But yeah, the world does not revolve around you. Everyone has their own way of living their life. I mean, it's the same with this world too. Except I want to be in an anime world. Oh my gosh. We passed through the giant open doors, setting foot inside the hall behind them. Suddenly, all eyes in the room are on us.
Subaru, Natsuki, and Rem. I see you were able to enter castle grounds safely.
Yeah?
Cruce. Well, how do I put this? It was more at the behest of this princess's whim.
Priscilla Barrial. I never expected you two to be acquainted. The truth is, I also sent an envoy to invite you here.
What? You did that for us?
My eyes go wide as Cruchet's gesture. While I was agonizing about how to sneak in here, Priscilla and Cruchet were already giving me 2 options to do so. I would take it more from Cruchet. I trust her more than Priscilla. Even without Priscilla's fickle invitation coming to play, coming to play, I had a backup plan to get into the castle without even realizing it.
Oh dear, I can't just ignore this. I never imagined Cruchet would be doing the same thing.
That voice. Anastasia Hoshin.
The Anastasia did it too?
That's right. I'm here too. It's only been a day since we last saw each other, hasn't it?
Anastasia, what do you mean Cruce is doing the same thing?
It isn't all that complicated, you know? I'm saying I also sent someone to fetch you and Rem.
The love triangle. No.
They arrived at the inn you're staying at, but said they were chased off by some crazed princess.
A crazed princess?
Rem mumbles to herself. Looking behind her, Priscilla scoffed at all of us.
How dare you foist such lowly eyes upon me? Unlike the likes of you who sent mere messengers, I saw to him personally. Is it not natural for your transport to be dismissed?
Of course. I would never lose face over such trifles.
But I can't say I'm pleased by it. If we let you get the better of us like this, it doesn't bode well for things in the royal selection.
Hey now.
It's a love triangle. The 3 candidates glare at each other. I'm standing in the middle of them for some reason, which fills me with a great sense of unease.
Subaru, it seems your actions these past few days have made everyone concerned for us.
Really?
That's why we're in this dilemma. Like a guy dating multiple women at once.
I don't see you as that kind of person, Subaru. I'd surely be stabbed if I ever did that with these girls, but who knows what'll happen with this being a political conflict.
I wish I were a shellfish.
That's why this section's called Don't Be a Shellfish.
Rem would not like that. Although shellfish do open their mouths when heated, so that would be one way to open you.
I don't even get the luxury of clamming myself up.
It is inevitable that we would confront each other like this. But regardless, it is a welcome fact that Subaru Natsuki came to the castle.
They all look pissed, though.
That's true. None of us intended to get ahead by excluding one of the royal candidates' camps.
Missing such opportunities reveals the extent of one's capabilities. My inviting him on a whim should be noted in that regard.
Royal candidates come to terms while I wallow in my own despairs. I sigh in relief, seeing them cast their qualms aside for the time being.
I don't feel good at all, though. Even if it does feel like I got to experience women fighting over me. In fact, I've got some serious heartburn from all this.
Wait, okay. How do you get heartburn from women fighting over you? That's my question.
Huh? What's up, Rem?
Oh no, pay me no mind. I just haven't seen Miss Melty anywhere.
That is true. What if Melty's at the inn waiting for you? Oh crap, did I skip something? It's natural for her to be concerned, but it's a bit worrying not seeing Melty's 5th camp here. In reality, Melty would be the 6th camp to arrive, with Felt and Reinhardt being the 5th. It'd be weird if I told Brim that, though. Besides, it shouldn't change how the meeting today will play out, even if I didn't tell her.
At least it shouldn't change, right?
Hopefully. I carefully observe as the meeting starts, and it proceeds as I remember it, despite Amelia's absence. Melty's camp arrives halfway through, and Reinhardt reveals Felt as another candidate. Then Old Man Rom interrupts the gathering, and Felt declares she'll participate in the earnest. Afterward, the royal selection is delayed to investigate the fake candidate among the 6. Everyone starts suspecting one another, and we're all corralled on Melty's get-together for a 4th time.
Let's all get together. Is there not a more pressing issue at hand?
Huh?
Priscilla speaks up to interrupt Melty, who is about to propose her get-together idea with a
Miss
smile.
Priscilla, what issue do you speak of?
Do not play dumb with me. I won't allow you to act as if you've never received the report. Regarding that man?
What man?
You mean the one who is supposedly trying to interfere with the royal selection?
The hall fills with agitated mummers as Mekatol, I still don't remember how to pronounce his name. Well, let's just call him Gandalf. A member of the Council of Wise Men makes his remark.
Wait a second. This is...
The conversation takes an unexpected turn into uncharted territory. This is due to our encounter with Wolf before this meeting. Of course, he'd be brought up, being someone who's plotting to attack the royal candidates, but at this rate...
According to the report, the one who encountered the threat was not you, Miss Priscilla.
It was that commoner shirking in the corner over there. Without hearing his side of the story, you hardly have a tale worth telling. Hence...
I knew you didn't just bring me here out of the kindness of your heart. I don't feel appreciated at all.
That's why you should have gone with Crochet.
The reward fitting your exemplary deed was plenty repaid when I personally awoke you.
You call that rude awakening a reward? Don't lump me in with Al.
What's that supposed to mean? And don't involve me in all this.
Yeah, Al's a pretty chill dude. Ignoring Al's protest, I'm put into the spotlight as I'm forced to speak with everyone's gazes on me in the middle of the hall.
Very well, then. What is your name and affiliation?
Subaru Natsuki.
My name is Subaru Natsuki. In my affiliation, I'm Miss Amelia's servant. Unfortunately, she was unable to make it here today. As her representative, I have a note expressing as much from Miss Amelia's guardian, Margrave Mathers. Here, this is it.
We've already confirmed the document. There's no mistaking the Margrave gave his express permission for this boy to attend in his stead.
I understand. So then, Mr. Subaru Natsuki, will you tell us what happened in your own words?
Yeah, so basically this man in a mask came over, and he started attacking us for some reason. He's kind of creepy. He's got a bunch of masks. Somehow he can switch masks without us seeing his face, and he could use fire magic for some reason. He really wants me dead. He set me on fire once. He stabbed me a few times. He's pretty psycho. I mean, I wouldn't call him anything like Pedicules. Oh, wait, you guys haven't met Pedicules. He's the main guy in the witch cult, and he's pretty crazy. He can bite his own fingers off, and he really loves the word love, 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 love. And he really likes calling people sloths. I don't really know much, but... Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking and let Subaru take place.
Oh, man, where do I start? I'll just get right to it. There's a masked clown assassin that's targeting the royal candidates. I encountered him yesterday when I was out with Rem, and we got in a fight. Somehow, though, we managed to drive him off.
I'll go on about the length of Wolf, the assassin, explaining every detail I remember about the appearance and the soothing battle. I started my way through the whole thing, but nobody interrupts me as I speak, so I managed to talk about everything important.
Anyway, that's who we're dealing with. Unfortunately, we weren't able to capture him, so I don't know if he's still in the royal capital.
I see. You have provided some very valuable information. Still, it seems you have been through a great ordeal to do so.
Yeah, I've been through 4 different loops. I think I met him on 3 of them.
May I add on to that? To tell the truth, I just recently heard that such an assassin exists from Natsuki here.
Right after giving my piece, Anastasia provides more details to back up my claims.
I heard Natsuki bumped into this assassin and fought him only a few hours after we had our discussion. I feel incredibly regretful about not taking him seriously then.
Anastasia directs her apology towards me. Then someone else raises their hand to speak.
I also have something I wish to add. Concerning Subaru Natsuki's character, he is not the type to tell lies of ill intent. I can assure you all of this.
Fouché.
He is earnest in his duty and service to Amelia. I would be blind not to recognize it.
Crochet gives a deep nod, and I feel relief wash over me.
What is it? Do not look at me with those beggar's eyes. Such is the height of disrespect.
No, his eyes look like someone who's seen a lot of crap in their life. Been through hell and back.
Well, I just figured you'd have something to add with those two speaking up.
What a vulgar, boorish request. Though I understand your confusion, seeing as the lioness and vixen have spoken out.
Ow, ow, come help me, man. Come help me. Show me with your sexy ass helmet. Come over here, man.
Lioness.
What? Are you referring to me as the vixen? How rude.
I have merely given you an appropriate evaluation. As well, while this commoner may be the pinnacle of impudence, an achievement is still an achievement. I admit that you and my jester drove off that odd cretin from my abode. I recognize your efforts in this endeavor. I permit you to stake your life for my sake again next time.
How about no?
Like hell I would! If I'm going to offer my life for someone, it'll only be for Mealy!
Yeah, it will only be for Mealy. That's exactly how we would say it, too. His sweet, sweet Mealy. Priscilla's arrogant manner of speaking the only serves to rile me up.
It seems you have garnered quite a bit of trust from each of the royal candidates.
Yes, Dumbledore.
Trust. I'm honored you'd say so, but I think it's a bit different from that.
Yeah. If I had to say, it's a byproduct of me going around, getting to know all of them. It's a miracle that Priscilla doesn't completely despise me, though I thought she would be the hardest to deal with. I guess I was saved by the others who are known to be respectable.
Yes, I think so too. Subaru is a very good person.
But you don't have anything to back me up about the, Masked Man?
What? I don't have anything to say. Both of us are probably wondering just why the hell we're here in the first place.
Yeah. Sure, Felt. Sure. Melty and Felt voice their opinions as well, though Felt's is a colder response compared to everyone else's.
Well, Felt does have her own situation to deal with.
Yeah, that's true.
So she probably doesn't have the time to consider mine right now.
She got dragged over there against her own will, so that makes sense. From her perspective, she basically woke up one day and was dragged into the castle as a royal candidate. It's not so much as a Cinderella story, it's an Arthurian? Having pulled the sword, basically a story about King Arthur. Having pulled the sword from the stone and suddenly being able to treat it as a king. In any case...
I know I shouldn't be the one to say this, but with the royal candidates backing us like this, I hope it lends more credence to my story.
Of course, we are considering this matter very seriously. Yet you failed to mention this assassin's name.
Wolf, the malevolent masked magician. At least, that's what he called himself.
We don't know his actual name.
Indeed. I will alert the Knights of the Royal Guard and conduct a thorough investigation.
Good luck. Some of your royal guards might die.
Yeah, please do.
I've been wondering how all this would play out since this event is different from the previous loops, but I'm relieved it's put me in the clear.
If I may make one final inquiry, Mr. Natsuki.
Sure.
Oh, yes? What is it?
Naturally, you intend on conveying the information discussed during this meeting to Miss Amelia afterward, correct?
Correct.
That's, well, yeah, most likely.
In that case, would you please inform Miss Amelia and Margrave Mathers to visit the royal capital as well?
You want Amelia to come to the royal capital?
My face tenses as I answer Mikolatov's unexpected question with my own. I had Amelia stay behind at the manor so her name wouldn't be spread around. Even now, I don't know if that's what the right call to make, but that's why I'm not too eager to bring her here.
Now that 6 royal candidates have appeared in contradiction to the Dragonstone, we must properly question each and every one. I understand the sudden nature of this request, but I ask that you convey such urgency to them.
Sure. We'll try. I can't give them an immediate answer, even though they're asking rather politely. After all, if Amelia were to come here, there's a possibility of the capital being tormented by the witch cult again. Unlike last time, we confronted Wolf first, and Amelia hasn't been defeated by the hasn't defeated the Dust Bandits. That means there's a chance with the witch cult might change up their plans. But still...
Mr. Natsuki, does our request inconvenience you in some way?
No, but I kinda don't want the witch cult to kill off of you guys again.
Well, that's...
No, not at all. We will promptly convey the urgency of your message to Lord Roswell and Miss Amelia.
Yeah, sure. While I struggle to find the right words, Rem cuts to the chase for me. I turn around in surprise at her agreement.
Rem, you...
Now is not the time, Subaru. If we show any hesitation here, then they will all suspect Miss Amelia is up to something.
Right. That'd be troublesome.
Rem is right. If we hesitate on whether or not to have Amelia come to the royal capital, it will seem like we're trying to hide something.
Mr. Natsuki, if your companion is saying as such...
Oh, yes, I agree.
It took some time before we all came to an agreement, but I'm glad to hear you say so.
It takes some convincing for me, but it's decided that Amelia will be coming to the royal capital. I have no choice but to nod in agreement for now, but if I didn't follow through by calling her, it would only increase their suspicion.
Very well. Now to wrap things up. Miss Melty, what is it you wanted to discuss earlier?
Huh? Oh, yes, right. I wanted to bring this up earlier, but I'd like to suggest we all have a get-together. It would be great to get to know everyone some more.
And now we have our get-together. And so, while an unexpected event triggered, the get-together is still found its grateful place in this loop.
With all that sudden questioning, I didn't know what to expect. Damn that Priscilla.
My gratitude for being brought to this meeting was completely nullified when I got called out like that.
As I thought, nothing good ever comes from being associated with her.
Yeah, for real. I glance around. Wait, I didn't even click and that just skipped. If memory serves, Priscilla and Anastasia aren't supposed to be here. Since they are, it begs the question if how everything will play out if Amelia's absent this time around. I'm pretty sure Priscilla is sticking around sticking around on a whim. So Anastasia is absent, presence is most striking.
I don't think she's the type to just change her plans without a solid reason.
You seem to be quite familiar with all the royal candidates. No wonder Miss Anastasia shows interest in you.
I wouldn't say I know them
Julius?
all that well. I just know of them.
Humility may be a virtue, but you should just accept the praise I'm giving you. Your actions will help save the lives of all the candidates, after all.
Yeah, true.
Don't you think that's a bit of a stretch?
Is it? You foiled someone's plot to interfere with the royal selection, and took action to warn those targeted. Not to mention that you fought off the assailant, gauging his true threat level in the process. Is that not worthy of recognition?
Yeah, he's a threat level 5. While the witch cult is probably like a threat level 100. Not really, but still, they are powerful. How do I put this? I don't know. I know he's complimenting me, but it doesn't feel like it. He's not being this usual snot. He's not being his usual snide or sarcastic self. So why? Is it some sort of psychological aversion?
Is something the matter, Mr. Subaru Natsuki?
Just like you're acting pretty weird.
Can you not call me Mister? It's weird. Just call me Subaru like everyone else. And you're...
Yes. An oversight on my end. I apologize for the late introduction.
Julius is actually being nice to him?
I am Julius Euclius. I am a knight of the Royal Guard, serving as Miss Anastasia's knight. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Make sure not to spill curry udon on your...
Due to the royal selection, we will be in each other's company for a while. Let us both do our utmost to serve our masters and strive for prosperity for the kingdom.
You're really gung-ho about sticking to the rules, aren't you?
Julius makes a face like he has no clue what I'm talking about. But I don't have it in me to explain, though I do feel bad for confusing him like that.
Ah, Subaru and Julius. What are you two talking about?
Hey Felix Argyle, how's it going?
An interesting combination of people.
Reinhardt!
Would you mind if we joined you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go for it. I was just about to start talking about the weather, knowing that neither of us can hold a conversation for very long.
Wait, Reinhardt's actually here? Hold up. Usually he leaves early.
Nobody ever talks about that seriously anyway.
The ones joining our conversation are Reinhardt and Ferris, who both been talking to the other candidates and the council members of Wiseman. Gosh dang it. Sensing their friendly demeanors toward me, Julius raises an eyebrow in fascination.
Reinhard, Ferris, are you already acquainted with Subaru?
Yes. We met a while back in the royal capital. Thanks to Subaru, I was led to Miss Felt.
That's putting a spin on it. If you say it like that, Felt will give me the stink eye.
Yeah, true.
Fairy's case is way simpler. Subaru is just one of Fairy's patients, and that's how I know him. Meow?
That's how I know him. Meow.
I see. Your connections with those involved in the royal selection run deeper than I imagined. Perhaps it is I who has had the late start.
Don't treat me like I'm some lucky statue or something. Meeting me sooner doesn't change anything. Also, the one who's gonna win the royal selection is gonna be my melee. You all think your camps will be the one to take the throne, don't you?
The three of them fall silent at my question. Then they all break into
I believe
smiles.
all the knights gathered here wish for their own masters to win. But I'm impressed in your confidence for saying that so boldly, Subaru.
While I would normally tell one to keep such thoughts to themselves, I suppose a more aggressive approach is needed here.
Fairy's always thought that Miss Cruchet is the best of the best. Nothing will ever change my mind on that.
When it comes to their own masters, none of them are willing to falter, and then...
Hey, I see the whole crew's gathered around. Mind if I butt in too?
Dang, bro, you got the whole squad laughing.
Don't you mean we? To tell the truth, I feel a bit left out.
Yeah, let Al in.
Oh, you guys came over too. Well, feel free.
Alright then. So, what were you all talking about? We were just conversing about each of the candidates, as well as our zeal for the royal selection.
The candidates! That's good! That's very good. I get it. I totally get it. All the candidates are good-looking women, after all.
Interrupting Reinhardt, Al nods over and over like he understands what's really going on. But in reality, it's nothing he's probably imagining.
The ruler is the face of the kingdom. Therefore, a beautiful woman is the prime choice. On that note, it's not strange if any of them take the crown.
What, do you think this is a beauty pageant? Besides, if the ruler is decided on looks alone, it wouldn't be a fair competition.
Yeah, true.
Huh? What do you mean by that, bro?
Of course, when it comes to beauty, my Mealy is the most beautiful of them all.
Everyone has their own opinions, dude. It's Rem we're talking about. It's true, all candidates have their own charms, but they stand no chance against the supreme beauty that is my silver-haired master.
If this were a beauty pageant, Mealy's victory would be all but assured.
Wait! Isn't that a bit hasty, Meow? Why do you get to decide the winner, Subaru?
Subaru?
Huh?
If we're talking about real beauty, Fairy thinks qualities such as dignity, conduct, and elegance need to be considered.
Yeah, true.
I agree with Ferris. It's true that beauty can be observed simply on a canvas like a painting, but humans have layers that run deeper.
All gods have layers.
To truly say a person is beautiful,
Like
one
an
must
onion.
evaluate every aspect of that person's character. That means the winner would be
Miss Crochet!
Miss Anastasia.
Subaru just started a war.
Ferris, I understand your point. Miss Cruchet is certainly a fine lady who commands respect.
Fairy also understands that Miss Anastasia is an elegant young woman. Becoming the president of a large company at her age is commendable.
How old is Anastasia? She's commanding a company. I never thought about that. What if she's like a teenager that's already a commander at a company? Bruh. I never thought about that. Do they have schools? Never mind. Oh my gosh. I need to watch the anime again.
I'm glad you understand.
No, it's fine. Fairy's relieved too. So, it's Miss Crochet, right?
Of course, it's Miss Anastasia.
What was that noise, Ferris? This is bad. The two of them may be smiling outwardly like that, but a silent war has just been waged. This tragedy, it's the result of them pushing for different people. Mediating a situation like this would be too much for me to handle.
Now, just relax, you two. This is an important get-together. Don't you think it's dumb to get so heated over this?
The one to cut the tense air is Tiga, as calm as ever. Ferris and Julius stop glaring daggers at each other after Tiga's comment and recompose themselves.
Well, I guess you're right. Yeah, sorry, Julius. I got a little on edge there.
No, I should have chosen my words better. We're friends. Even though we belong to different camps involved in the royal selection, that fact remains unchanged.
I mean, yeah, except the fact that Subaru did technically start a feud for a little while.
Whoa, amazing. You settled that pretty well.
It's true that all of the royal candidates are beautiful in their own respects. Regardless of who becomes the next ruler, the image of the kingdom will no doubt be exemplary. When you consider that, a petty argument like this is quite absurd.
Tiga shrugs his shoulders while Ferris and Julius make amends, shaking each other's hand. I nod, along in relief, then tilt my head towards
By the
Tiga.
way, what's your opinion, Tiga?
Obviously, Mel is the cutest.
The flames of war erupted again as quickly as they had died down. God dang it, Subaru. Shut your mouth. There's no escaping this debate.
Man, I think there'd be so much competition about who supports who.
That just shows how serious everyone takes this. What about you, Sir Al?
Oh my god, Reinhardt, shut up. Shut up.
Oh, don't say my name like that. I'm a humble vagabond. Just Al is fine.
Okay then. Al, are you comfortable not throwing your hat into the ring?
Don't you mean his helmet?
Me? Nah, I've got nothing to add. You're right that it'd be a good fight if it were a beauty contest, but...
But what?
My princess has the biggest boobs, so we win outright.
That's Al for you. Reinhardt, disrespectful.
Should I add in any of the lovely qualities about Miss Felt?
Reinhardt, don't, no, Reinhardt, no, no. Reinhardt cocks his head to the side with serious look, but Al shrugs him off, the helmet hiding any expression. Reinhardt, she's a thief that has some anger issues. I don't think anyone's going to actually listen to you because she's from the slums. Felt's not a bad person. They're a nice person because they actually saved Subaru's life. She ran and found Reinhardt. That was a heartwarming scene. But it was kind of a dick move that you kidnapped her. So I don't think she'd even take that nice. So no.
Man, that was pretty ridiculous. That Tiga carelessly blurting out something like that.
I mean, didn't you start it?
Subaru, you seem to be having an exciting chat with the other knights.
I don't know if it was exciting so much as it was tense.
Of course, like any chivalrous knight, it didn't end in a fight. Through a psychological warfare was certainly a spectacle.
You saw what we were up to. What about you, Rem?
At the consideration of Mrs. Cruchet and Anastasia, I was allowed to listen to their conversation. All the royal candidates are quite enthusiastic about the royal selection. I know there was nothing we could do, but I wish Miss Amelia could have joined us.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, right. I get the feeling that we're a bit behind on all this.
I know it's to protect her, but this is a much safer place to be. So Amelia's absence is a big disadvantage in terms of everyone's impression of her. In that regard, Miklatov's request for her to come to the capital might be for our benefit too.
As for getting in contact with her...
I requested an express messenger to go to the manor while we remain here. And about that other matter.
No response from your sister?
No. The manor does not seem to be facing any trouble.
Good.
Is that so? That's good.
It's not too bad a start. Having found out about the spy before we left, still can't let my guard down. This will be a defensive battle. Our opponent has the upper hand, so we can't rely on our mental fortitude alone.
At the earliest, Miss Amelia and the others will arrive in the royal capital by fire time tomorrow.
Fire time.
It's not like we can tell them to take their time after all.
While I'd like to think it won't happen, I'm worried the dust bandits will appear en route. Honestly, I'm not sure how the cause and effect relationship works out. But I should go fetch Amelia myself if possible.
I thought you might say that, so I made arrangements to meet them at Flugel's tree.
You're amazing, Rem.
We're gonna run into the white whale, aren't we? We're gonna run into the white whale, aren't we? We're gonna run into the white whale, aren't we?
Oh my, being your amazing bride, you're making me blush.
Oh.
I didn't say anything like that.
Nah, you did.
What are you two doing fooling around over here?
Flirting. Something you can't do right now, filth.
Everyone else is leaving. Are you not done yet?
See, Felt's a nice person. She's a good kid. But, I mean, yeah. And then, for how scary Old Man Rom looks, he's a good guy. Oh my god, I keep throwing this bottle cap around my desk. Old Man Rom is a good guy. But, he does look scary. He is a good father figure for Felt, though. But, yeah.
Oh, we should get out of here too. As for you...
What does that mean? If you've got something to say, then say it.
Really? Then, Felt, you look great in that dress.
What?
Oh, you think so too, huh? I've got my complaints about that Sword Saint, but he's certainly got a good eye for these things.
Old Man Rom is the father.
Yeah,
He's literally a father.
Don't encourage him to make fun of me.
Ow!
Ugh.
Jeez, getting carried away like that? I was reluctant about all this, you know.
Miss Felt, I apologize if I'm speaking out of place, but you should not tug your hair so much.
What? Oh, right. Granny might give me the waterworks.
Who's Granny?
Not to mention, your hair is very pretty.
What are you, another Reinhardt?
No, it's Rim. Better Reinhardt.
Speaking of, I don't see him around anymore.
I told him to wait outside. I wanted to talk to you about something alone.
Me?
Yeah, you. You passed along a message to Old Man Rom, didn't you?
Why, yes, we did.
Thanks to that, I learned that Felt was cooped up in the royal castle with that Sword Saint. Although it did get a little messy.
Old Man Rom bows his bald head and slightly, repenting for his actions in the castle. The message Belt mentions is something I asked the Apis sailor to pass on, thanks to Old Man Rom. Was able to show up to the castle. I felt bad for thanking him for thanking me for misleading him, seeing as he was about to get locked up above all.
I still called for Old Man Rom, knowing the risk.
It's fine now because he's safe, but it's no excuse. The reality of it is, though, that no amount of altering the loops guarantees the worst possible outcome not happening to Old Man Rom. To prevent that, I believe it was the right call for me to participate in the meeting.
Still, though, how'd you know Katomine and I knew each other?
Huh? Oh, that's,
What?
It's a trade secret.
just a hunch?
You liar! There's no way you could have figured that out with a hunch. Come on, man. We're thanking you here. There's no need to hide anything from us.
Hold on, Phil. This youngster's probably got some things he just can't say right now. Especially considering your relationship with one another moving forward.
Our relationship moving forward, huh? We're going to be mutual enemies.
I thought it would just be kind of like friends or an acquaintance or something. I don't really know.
It's not that severe. I wouldn't lie about something like that.
Phil stares me down for a bit. A strange tensity in the air floating above us. But then Felt grunts and shakes her head.
Well, whatever. That's fine. Thanks to your little scheme, I got to meet up with Old Man Rom again. I really owe you big for that. Consider me in your debt.
Felt, are you sure that's okay?
Doesn't matter if I think it's okay or not. You're not gonna spill your beans anyway, are ya?
My beans? I spilled my baked beans? That'd be funny if he actually like bought baked beans from that gas station he walked out of, or that little mini mart, and he just pulled out the box. And he just pulled out his grocery bag. He's like, "These beans? Whoa! I got a can opener too."
Then this conversation is over. There's no point hounding you about it any further.
Yeah, true.
I expected something else too, but I don't have any complaints with it ending like this. Felt says it's a debt, so add that to my tab too. If there's ever anything I can do for you, just give me a holler.
Yeah, can you murder pedicules?
That's just...
Same goes for me. Anyway, now you've got the message.
With that, Felt and Old Man Rom leaves us. I droop my shoulders after seeing them off.
Seeing her in that dress and feeling her determination, Felt really does fit the role of a royal candidate.
Were you nervous?
More like overwhelmed. You could say she has guts, I guess.
I'm curious on how much Reinhardt said about Felt's bloodline is true. If it is, then Felt has the biggest advantage for succession, which considering her bloodline alone. But I can't just accept that blindly.
Especially since there's someone else I want to win. Man, what could I even possibly do?
You are working hard, Subaru.
Yeah.
Rim's so sweet. She's such a sweet person. Besides that one time when she went psycho and killed Subaru. But she's a sweet person. She really is. Right now, I can't say for sure whether this is a changing in a good direction or if we've been able to escape the bad situation. At the very least...
I hope nothing happens tonight.
Alright. Oh, crap, not load. I don't want to go back through all that again. Let's save real quick.
I shall record this.
Looking back on the intense battle in the slums. So the next episode may actually be a flashback or something. I'm not too sure, but we'll see. Today, this episode was actually pretty odd. There's some unexpected stuff like that feud. But it was a nice, relaxing episode without any death, which is a change for once, because my past few episodes have been death, battles, pain, suffering, fire, and stuff like that. Yeah. But, I'm really enjoying coming home to record this video every day. And, yeah. But... as always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and drop that like or subscribe if you guys want to. You guys don't have to, but bye-bye.